What's up? I'm AJ and welcome back to Gen Z Garage. In today's episode, I'm going to be replacing the ignition lock with a brand new one, as well as the turn signal stock and the clock spring. And we're going to be doing something really cool with the original keys, so let's get started.
Here's some of the things we'll be using. First, I sourced a brand new original General Motors lock cylinder. It's not aftermarket and even has GM stamped into the key, not for GM or whatever the aftermarket keys say. Next, I'll be replacing the steering wheel nut and pin with a brand new GM steering nut with a built-in nylon washer to prevent it from backing out. Then, we'll be replacing the horn button hardware with a new spring and plunger. And then, to make sure everything is properly aligned, I'm going to be using a paint pen. This pen is typical of what you see a lot of junkyards use when they write on parts you buy. I'll be using this to mark the orientation of the steering wheel. And then, what's even more exciting is that I'll be replacing the turn signal stock with a brand new one made by Dorman. To remove the locking plate, I'll be using this locking plate removal tool. Next, I will probably be replacing the clock spring, but that depends on the condition of the one when I dig into the column. If not, I'll save this for my Corvette rebuild, which I know for certain needs it. I'll also be replacing the turn signal buzzer. I don't hear it click when I use my turn signal, and it also doesn't flash properly, so this should fix it. Just as important though, I'll also be cleaning up the old grease where I have access, and replacing it with this waterproof lithium paste grease. This will ensure smooth action of the turn signal mechanism. Once again, to get access, I'll be using this locking plate removal tool. It was only $15 off Amazon. One of the more exciting things, with the conclusion of this project, I'll be able to give a gift to the original owner of this car. I'll be taking these keys, putting them into a shadow box with a picture and a personal note, and sending it to him in the mail. But that will be for another video. I can't wait to start, so let's start digging into the steering column and then take the car for a test drive. We start by removing the horn button, which just easily pries off.
Hooray!
Next, we remove the horn plunger. Twist this counterclockwise a quarter turn and it just pulls out. Don't forget to also remove the spring.
Hooray!
Next, we remove the retaining clip. This does not hold the bolt in place, but it prevents the nut from backing out all the way, and the steering wheel coming off. Keep in mind, this clip is sacrificial, so it will need to be replaced. I'll be replacing the nut with a brand new nylon lock nut, so I will no longer need it. I then put a little brake cleaner on a towel and clean the surface area. I'll be using a paint pen to mark the nut and steering wheel. Next, I take a paint pen and mark the steering wheel, nut, and steering shaft alignment. This isn't totally necessary though. The steering wheel is grooved so that it can only go on one way, and there is also a notch on the steering shaft designated at the top. But like with everything else, I'd rather be extra safe than extra sorry. I then remove the steering wheel retaining nut, which requires a 21mm socket. It's a little tight, but with a little persuasion, it comes off. Okay, there we go.
Be free!
Next, I use a steering wheel puller to remove the steering wheel. You can buy these cheap off Amazon, or you can rent one from your local AutoZone. Tightening down the shaft in the middle causes the steering wheel to pull forward. After a few turns of the socket wrench, the steering wheel is loose enough to pull free.
Might be able to just take the steering wheel. Yep, knew it. Oh my gosh, what if we go?
Next, we remove the beauty cover. This just snaps over the retaining bracket, so it must be pried off around the corners. Next, we remove the steering column locking plate. I use a special tool that screws onto the end of the steering shaft and then presses down onto the locking plate. The locking plate is held in place by a retaining ring, which then must be pried out and removed from the shaft. This ring cannot be removed until the plate is compressed.
Wee.
The ring has to be pried out, but it can help if you use 2 screwdrivers at the same time. One to pry, while the other one holds the gap in the ring to prevent it from snapping back. Take your time. It can be frustrating, but eventually it'll break free. With the ring free on the shaft, I then unscrew the locking plate tool.
Oh, this thing is dirty.
And now I remove the ring and the locking plate. I now remove the horn ring and the locking plate retention spring. Next, I'll remove the clock spring.
When I move this up, I can see all 3 of the screws. Hello. Let me start with this one. Sticking.
And then the signal stalk bracket.
Oh, it's falling. Oh, there it goes. Can this just come off? Oh. We also have to get the hazard thing off just to remove this panel here. Oh, there's a cord. Where does the cord go?
I'm able to pull the lock spring out, but will need to remove the lower kick panel to get access to the turnstock connector. With the clock spring pulled free a little bit, I am able to examine it, and it's actually in really good shape. I decide that I'm not going to change it out, and instead just clean the old grease off. I'll save the other one for the Corvette rebuild I'm doing. Next, I remove the contact pins for the clock spring and ignition. Next, I tackle the turn signal stalk. It just pulls out with some effort.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Before you can pull the cable through, you have to disconnect it on the other side. It's located under the steering column on the left side.
There we go.
And with that, I can just pull the whole thing through.
Holy moly. Whoa.
I can now remove the old ignition lock. It's held in place with a single torque screw.
And now it just pulls right out. Ooh, that was dusty.
With everything disassembled as far as I'm going to take it, I take the opportunity to clean up and paint the parts I'm reusing. I can now begin installing new parts, starting with the turn signal stalk. I feed the wire in through the hole and then carefully insert the new stalk into the socket.
It doesn't fit. Oh wait, no, I got it. I just was holding it wrong. That's why it didn't fit. That would help. I'm taping this to a wire hanger so I can try to feed this through to get it to the other side. Oh no, my gloves are getting stuck. Oh no.
I feed the wire hanger into the harness conduit and then eventually reach for it when it comes out the other side.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's crazy. I see it. Oh my God, it's almost there. It's almost there. Yes, I did it. I'm amazing. Hooray!
I install my brand new ignition lock cylinder, which just slides right into place. I then reinstall the torque screw.
Yeah, that's right. It does line up like that. Right.
And the key fits. I then move down under the dash to connect the new turn signal stalk. But first, I'm going to replace the turn signal buzzer. If your turn signal doesn't make any sound, or it doesn't click like it should, then the buzzer is probably broken and will need to be replaced.
Oh, that does work. You're right. Whoa. Here you go. Look. Whoa, yellow thing.
I then install my new replacement.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm just going crazy. So this goes up there. Should I make us little logo faces down so you can like see it? It like spins in place so you can do that, I think. Ugh. Ooh, scratched. No. I think it's supposed to scratch, but I didn't like how it sounded.
And then connect the new turn signal stalk cable. I now go in reverse to reinstall everything, using my reconditioned parts.
There we go. Please don't do the horn. Hello, wind. Okay. Oh, whoa. Why did it click? Is that good or is that bad?
I then reinstall all 3 clock spring screws and then check them one last time.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, I think that's in. Let me just... Okay.
Go.
Then the turn signal arm bracket and screw. Before I put anything else back on, I use white lithium paste to grease the clock spring mechanism.
Ooh, it's already feeling like smoother and easier to move.
And then the spring, horn track, and locking plate. Then I slide the ring back onto the shaft before I use the locking plate tool. And then I slide the ring back into place.
Okay. Yay! I'm mad that this got all scratched up, but...
Next, I reinstall the beauty plate. Then the hazard switch. And finally, the steering wheel.
Okay.
I then install the new nylon lock nut. then the new horn plunger and spring. And finally the horn button. But don't forget to put the kick panel back. Now let's test everything out.
Oh, we have a wheel chock. I just turned the wheel.
Now let's see if the wipers work. And the windshield washer pump and nozzles? Awesome! Let's check the turn signals now. I think it's time for a little test drive now.
Go. Go left here.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We finally have done all of the things relating to the steering column, except for maybe the hazard thing. I'm gonna try to convince my dad to let me get a new hazard thing. He might not let me, but if we can find one. We're gonna be taking the old keys and we're gonna be putting them in a shadow box, and we're gonna be giving them to the original owner of this car. So I'm really happy how this car is turning out. I'm really excited. I was gonna talk about SEMA. That guy likes my car, thank you. I was gonna say you, okay, so my dad is holding the phone and he just mouthed to tell you about SEMA, which I was already gonna do. But I was gonna say we're parked here and there's like a main road here behind us and people keep driving by and they're all like staring out the window. They're like rolling their windows down to like see clearer. It's great. I love this car. So anyways, if you don't know already, if you haven't watched my other videos or you just haven't made it to the end of another video, I'm gonna be going with SEMA to lobby Congress in like, what is it, like 2 weeks? I don't know, like May 9th to the 13th. Like, so that's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be talking about right to repair, right to modify, right to race, all those cool things. Because there's people who are stupid and they don't want you to work on your own car, or thank you, random kids on a scooter. There's weird people out there who think that you shouldn't be able to work on your own car and you shouldn't be able to modify it and that you shouldn't be able to race on a racetrack. Those people are wrong, and SEMA agrees with me. So we're going to go and lobby Congress and tell them so they also know that those people are wrong. So if you want to see that, make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. And I have a Gen Z Garage Instagram. I think it's linked in the profile. Like, I think it's linked in my description, like channel description. I will definitely be like vlogging on that the entire week that I am in DC, because like this is a crazy opportunity. I am so grateful to SEMA for inviting me. Like, I am so excited. That guy also likes my car. I love when people like my car because I like my car too.